This is the final medal that will be decided here at the World Championships in Leipzig. It is the men's team foil, and it promises to be a mouth-watering encounter. USA against Italy for the gold medal. And for the USA race, Imboden, Miles Chamley-Watson, Alexandra Massialas, and Gerek Meinhardt.
Represent for Team Italy,
Giorgio Avola, Daniele Garozzo, Alessio Foconi, and Andrea Casara.
The referees are Sang-Won Su.
The referees Su Sang-Won, Florin Sebastian Jorge, and Jean-Marc Gurnier, and Natalia Zuvaleva.
Referees once more, please start the match.
So now, David, looking back to the lineup for the semi-final, Italy have made a change. Andrea Casara didn't perform particularly well, and he is now dropped to reserve, and Giorgio Avola has come in.
Well, what a reserve to have in Andrea Casara, Casara, excuse me. But you know, just looking at who's out here for this match, we've got world number 1, world number 2, world number 4, world number 5, world number 8, world number 9, world number 15, and world number 19. And, you know, today in the semifinals, we had world number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it just happened to be today's the day for teams number 3 and 4. But, you know, how do you weigh the difference between France, Italy, Russia, and this team from the USA? It's very difficult to do. It's their day today, and I expect this to be a really good match and a really tough one.
So here we go, United States against Italy. Alexandra Massialas against Alessio Foconi. Now,
well, it looks like Massialas took a shot to the hand, to his weapon hand there that he's shaking it off.
These teams have history. There has been a certain amount of needle between the two of them this season. United States, Italy, is turning into a bit of a grudge match.
Well, that's been building for a while, and they're strong teams. The USA, is challenging Italy. We finished the season with Alexandra Massialas as world number 1 and Daniele Garozzo as world number 2. You've got, Greg Massialas is the head coach of the U.S. program. You've got Andrea Cipressa as the head coach of the Italian program. Both fiery individuals. Both have daughters who face off against each other in the juniors and in senior competitions. And it's got all the workings for a great novel.
And both of those coaches have been posting stuff, questioning decisions, particularly late on in matches, and it's stirred up the meetings this season. Tokyo World Cup, USA defeat Italy 45-34, and then in Paris World Cup, Italy defeat USA 45-44, and then in Bonn, Italy defeat the USA 40-20, but that was without Massialas. Nice little flick hit to the back there from Foconi. Now the flicks have become slightly more prevalent in foil this
They
season.
have.
Why is that?
There's a slight change in the timings on the scoring system, and it's just enough to sort of give a resurgence to all those older fencers, you know, that developed during the golden age of the flick hit. We're seeing more and more of it. It seems to be making a comeback. You know, timings were changed a few years ago to try and curtail that. And I think that there is, we may be finding a nice balance.
La remise de réponse de gauche, touche point.
So 3 apiece. Foconi against Massialas. Because the Americans are on the left, Massialas will start and will anchor. Point for Massialas.
Encore, monsieur. Prêt. Allez.
Well, that's given as attack through for Massialas, and that will end the first. But you know, you can see the pot starting to boil here as Imboden and Garozzo come on. You know, this is a battle of the titans.
So Daniele Garozzo, Olympic champion, and we'll meet Race Imboden. Now, I spoke briefly to the American team because they were outside getting some food after their semi-final match. I said, well, good job, guys. And they said, it's not done yet. It was their first thing they said, so they are very, very up for this.
Well, attack, no. Garozzo, and he asked for a video review. I'm not sure I see that being overturned.
There is the American box. And there is Greg Massialas in the red T-shirt. And it's interesting that Race Imboden is coached by Golubitsky, and he is in there in the box as well with Greg Massialas, who's the father of
Alexander
Massialas. So 1 apiece. 6-4, the team score.
Anga, Mr. Garozzo, 1 step backward, merci. Anga, prêt, allez.
Imboden right on the back line, looking for the defence. He picked it up, he did. Well, I think this is going to really hot up into an absolute humdinger of a match because both sides are so up for this. There's going to be a lot of passion.
The referee's going to separate them there. No call.
Italian coaches.
Halte, toujours la riposte de droite non
Bald
valable.
head of Andrea Cipressa.
En garde, monsieur.
Oh, we're going to see
Allez.
it's bubbling away. When is it going to really explode?
That's coming.
Halte, riposte de gauche non valable. En garde.
Imboden trying to flick across the chest there. Just missed.
En garde, monsieur. Prêt. Allez.
So Richard Cruz, the master of the flip kicks, and it worked so well for him in Shanghai. And so what have they actually changed on the front of the tip of the foil? Is it the timing or is it the?
No, it's the timing in the box. It's the timing in the scoring system.
So the length of time that the
I ended up getting a lengthy lecture on all of the technical intricacies involved in it that I did not initiate.
Encore, s'il vous plaît. Vous prêt?
who gave you that lengthy lecture?
He should remain nameless.
Halte, sur une lame de droite non valable.
Anonymous, anonymous lengthy lecture.
Someone with perhaps an unhealthy knowledge about the
Halte, l'arrête non valable. En garde.
technical intricacies of the sport.
Prêt. Allez.
So Racing Imboden done a good job here.
Attaque de droite, merci.
But still Garozzo's attack.
Trying to jump in on the counter, but it's not working for him. Garozzo has the right of way.
En garde, monsieur. Merci. Prêt. Allez. Halte, attaque de gauche, touche point.
Nice attack there from Imboden.
1 second. En garde, s'il vous plaît.
So when he's attacking forward like that, and is he just looking to try and avoid the blade, or is he trying to just change lines?
Well, he's trying to make sure that Garozzo doesn't find his blade and get the parry. He can also be looking for a different line.
En garde, s'il vous plaît. Prêt.
But if Garozzo gets the parry, it doesn't matter what line he's in.
Touche à droite.
And that is that 10-7.
A strong start from the USA. It may be that the USA team just is on today. I mean, their win in the semifinal against Russia was, I mean, that was by a margin that you would certainly not expect.
They're dominant over the Russians.
But let's see what we have here with Chamley-Watson and Avola.
Well, Chamley-Watson's perhaps not the most consistent fencer in the world, should we say, to put it mildly, but he is a big...
But he's the most glamorous.
He's the big team fencer. He loves a team format. And yes, he does have a certain style to him.
Technique.
He actually features in an advert that continually loops on the big screen, shirt off, kind of by a waterfall.
Nike advert that is.
What I wasn't going to mention.
No,
Which
so
particular brand.
other sports brands are available.
En garde. Prêt.
So 10-7, and we're into the third. It's Chamley-Watson against Avola.
Allez.
Something
Okay.
up there.
Prêt. Allez. Halte, contre para de posse não valable. En garde. Prêt. Allez.
But David, the styles of these two fencers, I mean, can you get any more contrasting?
I think it would be hard to do.
What?
Chamley-Watson has got you know, I'm not sure that eccentric is the right word, but he does have what I would call an eccentric style. I mean, you know, fencers have their own style. They are people.
Well, Chamley-Watson's just asking for his foil to be checked. So off target on the remise. Something up there, because that's the second time the white light has come on. And they're just checking to see if there's not a loose connection in the foil.
Well, the wireless scoring system is sometimes prone to bugs, I guess you might call them. Grinches, gremlins. Chamley-Watson off target on the stop hit there. And
well, Giorgio Avola has got a good defense, and Chamley-Watson's not taking any risks. He's not charging at him all guns blazing. And so we've ended up with a through the legs.
well,
Was that through the, I want to see it replay.
I think that was. And classic Miles Chamley-Watson. Let's see, here we go. He gets the parry.
Yeah.
And then through the legs. Oh my.
What a point.
What can you say? It counts.
Well, when you're so tall and you're fencing someone who's
Less tall.
Chamley-Watson's attack again. Giorgio Avola asks for a replay, and that was a real Kodak moment from Chamley-Watson.
That'll make it on the highlights reel tonight, that's for sure. Video review going on here. And call stands. And Andrea Cipressa is beside himself. He picked up a chair and slammed it to the floor.
So Italy's so confident that they were able to rest Giorgio Avola in the semi-finals. They went with Andrea Cassara, and now Avola is able to come out and he's fresh, but he's a compact, cagey fighter, and he's up against Miles Chamley-Watson, who does have a style of his own.
Yeah, the referee's going to go have a look at this. I feel like there was blade contact. There was there, but can that be separated? Well, it's been given as a parry. Miles Chamley-Watson.
Longer. Red. Are.
And Italy has used their challenge.
So Chamley-Watson, when he comes forward, he beats a lot. I've noticed.
He does.
For Chamley-Watson, 4-1 over Avola. This is not what we expected when Giorgio Avola came on.
Chamley-Watson with the parry.
It was impressive.
And I mean, we not only got the points, well, we as viewers and spectators, we got the show, and the USA got the points. And there needs to be, I don't know, you know, this may be like Estonia, China. Maybe it's just the USA is so on, but, you know, we've got a long way to go. And
well, the USA...
But Foconi needs to make something happen here against Imboden.
The USA in the semi-finals were absolutely impressive and unstoppable against Russia, and they just kept going. All of them performed, and they've started in exactly the same vein. It has been one-way traffic. Only the Olympic champion, Daniele Garozzo, could really get close with a 5-4 loss to race Imboden. And although it's early days yet, we've seen all of the Americans, and they're still on form, and they still want it, and it's very, very clear that the Italians are going to have to do something very special to get back into this match. The question is, what can they do when the Americans are on such impervious form? 16-8 the score already, and we are, well, the difference, they've double scored. Race Imboden is a passionate fencer, to say the least.
He looked very strong in his individual matches. Making it to the quarterfinal. Oh my gosh.
Let's have a look at that one again. Whose attack was it? Yeah.
Imboden just comes in with a little tap on the shoulder. Yeah, Foconi's attack. Imboden looking shocked, but there will be no challenge.
Well, if you look at the Italian team, Foconi, Avola, Garozzo, who's going to provide the firepower to get this back?
Well, it just based on the body language at the moment, it looks like Foconi has finally gotten his back up here and said, we've had enough. You know, after that, after that hit that Imboden got, where he just took a little step in and tapped Foconi on the shoulder, there was a little swagger that sort of appeared there. And I think that really got under Foconi's skin.
Well, Foconi likes to attack, and he likes to attack quickly, and Race Imboden's done a very good job of nullifying that by attacking him. Now Foconi is starting to get the initiative. And this could be the turning point for Italy. Foconi is their,
Look, Italy is
strike force, if you like.
Look, Italy is not. They do not have it built into their system to just sort of sit back and take it. And it's not always going to go their way.
So the meetings
But they're
of the
not going to
blade
be.
there,
They're not going to be bossed around.
the meetings of the blade there did not alter the right of way. Just explain that to the viewer. Non-initiated, it was.
I didn't see the complete replay there.
So Foconi 5. Carry on, carry on, no, carry on. Foconi 5, Imboden 3. So I think what happened there is that the foil of Race and Imboden just clipped the tip of the epee and the white light came on.
That happened.
Yeah. So then the fighters stopped and then reset where they were on the piste.
Well, Foconi sort of in the middle of this period.
Foconi came
So
through there.
yeah,
It was his attack. It was his attack, but he didn't land.
Well, it is. Imboden has gone back to stepping in with the counter.
And both of these fencers like to find the other fencer's blade on the way in, don't they? That beat there.
It looked like Italy was going to start something there, and it ends up.
Well, it's 5 apiece.
Yeah, no net gain, and that can be frustrating for Italy. And there's going to be a point where they, we said this at the beginning of the last leg, there is going to be a point where Italy has to really get their back up. They have to come out and they have to start fighting, and that's what, that's what we expect an Italian team to do, and they haven't found that traction yet, and it's really important that they get this going. Oh, nice attack there from Avola.
Hang on. 1 second, please. Merci. Encore, s'il vous plaît. Prêt. Allez.
Avola tends to build his attacks much more slowly than Foconi, doesn't he? It's a different style.
It is, but he can be very quick on the attack as well.
Wait. Hang on, monsieur.
10 points the difference, but Avola is doing a great job here against Massialas. 5 points the difference. And 3-0.
Wait, guys. Merci. Onga.
Well, Foconi Imboden, 5-all. That could have been the turning point, because right now the Italians are working their way back into this, and Alex Massialas has let 4 go unanswered.
Allez.
Off target.
Non valable de gauche.
Well, Avola is doing exactly what Italy needed. Foconi tried it in the last leg. And Imboden able to cancel him out. But Avola doing a really good job of keeping the lid on Alexander Massialas. And over onto the floor.
Purpose, but he didn't avoid the touch. He didn't avoid the touch. It was a touch. Onga.
So the referee just explaining
Allez.
that Avola fell over there but didn't avoid the touch.
Attaque de droite non valable.
I think perhaps
Prêt. Allez.
he didn't do it to avoid the touch.
Yeah.
Attaque de gauche, touche point. Vidéo.
Avola asking for a video review here. That was given as Massialas' attack. And it's hard to tell from the angle we have here. But I can see the hesitation.
Attaque de droite, touche point.
I can see the hesitation. Massialas steps forward, pulls his arm back, and the referee sees that as well.
So
And that
successful
call
appeal.
is, yeah.
Toujours non valable.
Great call from the Italians. Never write off
Prêt.
an
Allez.
Italian fencer, particularly not in men's foil.
De gauche, touche point.
Well, that was pretty spectacular.
Well, spectacular, but it didn't work from Avola, because came in, tried the flick, and Massialas able to pick him off on the way past.
Prêt. Allez.
So Massialas is off and running.
Halte. Attaque de gauche non valable.
Target on the attack there.
Anga. Prêt. Allez. Attaque de droite, touche point.
What is Avola
Avola's
doing?
attack.
What's he doing to Massialas?
Anga.
Well, Massialas is in too close, for one thing.
Attaque toujours de gauche, touche point.
Well, that is given as Massialas' attack. And again, the Italians, they do have an appeal. The last one was upheld. And,
Is there a slightest of pauses in Massialas' attack?
I think that there is, actually.
Well, let's see what the
But
referee
we'll see what
thinks.
the referee thinks. Yeah.
C'est toujours l'attaque de gauche, touche
No,
point.
this one stands.
Maschera, prego.
So 22-19.
Allez. Halte, attaque offerte de
Target.
gauche non valable. Regarde s'il vous plaît. Masque. Prêt. Allez.
Massialas did a really good job of getting away from the initial attack from Avola, but
in close quarters.
yeah, drifts back in too close, and Avola is all over him.
Oh, beautiful defense. And that's just within one now. This is the turnaround. We saw it when Foconi came on against Race Imboden. Never write off the Italians. It was a great start by the United States, but Italy are in the ascendancy now. 23-21 the score, 25 is the target. But whatever happens, Massialas will have let some of that lead slip. Even if
it's an 8-3 run for Giorgio Avola.
Even if Massialas was to score the next 2 points.
Well, it is Avola who is doing the bossing now. Oh my. And Greg Massialas is not a happy man. Italy smells blood. We're all tied up, and Italy on the verge of ending this leg in the lead.
Well, Andrea Cipressa has just been barking instructions out of the Italian box to Giorgio Avola. Massialas getting the Americans back in front.
Gets that stop hit. Target.
Greg Massialas shouting instructions to his son.
Still Massialas
There we
attack.
go. Well, that
Avola asking for a video review. I don't believe they have one.
Touche point, yeah, so they go through, and all of the hard work that they did in the first 3 legs has been eaten away by a 10-5 win by Giorgio Avola, and now the Olympic champion comes on against Miles Chamley-Watson.
All right, this is going to be key to the rest of this match here in the 6th. Chamley-Watson handled Giorgio Avola well in the 3rd. He's up against Daniele Garozzo. The Italians have got their back up and their ears back, and they're coming after this. And this is going to set the tone, I believe. What was that?
Well, what was that? Was that point in line? Or did he give it up?
No. See, Watson attacked, missed, and then just sort of scampered away with his weapon dangling by the wire and off the side of the piece. And Avola picking up the right of way, gets the hit.
Garozzo, we're on to the Olympic champion now. Garozzo has come on, and I think Miles Chamley-Watson's got some kind of way that he thinks that he can deal with Garozzo, because he's fencing very differently than he was when he fenced against Avola.
Well, a counter out of time is not a way that's going to be successful.
But his approach to Avola was very different. looking for the blade.
Poste de gauche, touche point.
Gets the parry.
Please. Encore, monsieur.
So I get the feeling that Chamley-Watson just needs to control the distance now and control the score. He's doing a great job of that. It's 2 apiece.
I don't know how he pulled that off. Let's have a look.
Second. Encore.
You get the point out.
Allez.
It paid off. Oh, that was close.
Encore, s'il vous plaît. Encore, s'il vous plaît. Prêt. Allez.
Well, it looks to me like Garozzo is leading the dance here. And he's trying to lure Chamley-Watson into attacking, or counter-attacking, and then he's just stepping back and picking him off. Exactly like that there.
I'm not sure that a lot of this is part of a grand plan by Daniele Garozzo. I think he's just playing off of what Chamley-Watson is doing, and it's, you know, hard to tell what he's going to do next. But he's doing a good job of it so far.
Garozzo is the Olympic champion. So it's all tied, 27 all. 30 is the target score for this 6th leg. The question is, who will reach that target score? Garozzo is outscoring Chamley-Watson 4-2, or has outscored Chamley-Watson 4-2. So if you continue that logic, then it will be Italy that will go into the lead, going into the final third of this competition. Garozzo looks to have the measure of Chamley-Watson here.
Well, he had one shot at catching Chamley-Watson as he went by.
Distance very close.
Still Garozzo's attack there. Chamley-Watson has relied almost entirely on counters, stop hits in this leg, and it's not working for him. And he might want to think about changing his tactical approach here. And Greg Massialas is up and shouting at him as the lead swings to Italy.
Well, that's the first time the Italians have been in the lead in this competition. Never write off an Italian men's foil team. In fact, never write off an Italian team altogether. Again, same tactic. Garozzo effectively trying to get Chamley-Watson to hit him on the counter and then backing away and trying to pick him off, that time off target.
Merci, en garde tous les deux, merci.
Cipressa's voice ringing out in the hall.
Prêt, allez.
Again, Garozzo moves into distance, then jumps out.
Première attaque, c'est trop court, du gauche passe.
I don't think...
C'est non valable. On garde.
I don't think that Garozzo
Prêt, allez.
You don't think
I don't think that
Garozzo-
Garozzo, can control Chamley-Watson's behavior. I'm seeing this as Garozzo
En garde, s'il vous plaît.
responding really well to what Chamley-Watson is doing. And he's doing the same thing over and over again, very predictably. Much to the distress of Greg Massialas. I believe that may be the first complete attack or attempted attack that we've seen from Chamley-Watson in this leg.
And that is that.
And back to the counter.
Daniele Garozzo. An absolutely superb performance and gave Miles Chamley-Watson a lesson there. 7-2 and the score 30-27. And the Italians into the lead for the first time. And Giorgio Avola will come on and face Race Imboden. And the two catwalk models on the US team will hand over to each other. But what can Race Imboden do?
There is no room for swagger here on the part of the USA. They came out strongly. They were bossing Italy around the piste, and you can only do that so long before the Italians grow weary of it, and they have come back with a vengeance. And it's going to take Imboden to get really serious here about this match again.
Well, Race Imboden, no shortage of passion in his fencing. Giorgio Avola, perhaps the most defensive of the three Italian fencers. And I expect Avola to invite Imboden on now. And Race Imboden is coming on, but Avola's just picking him off. Oh, this is brilliant from
parry,
the
counter
Italian
parry.
team. And
Avola is picking up where he left off against Massialas.
Race Imboden's coach there, Serge Golubitsky, instructing Race to go to the video replay. And what are they looking for here? Ducking? No, nothing
Not
given.
ducking.
Nothing given.
That's covering. Oh my.
Wow.
Oh my.
Well, when Giorgio Avola attacks, it is lightning fast. Once he's closed the distance slowly, he then explodes forward. Oh, and he can do that as well. The ducking counter. And that was a 5-0 loss.
Two can play that counterattack game, and it is Italy now hitting on all cylinders, and the USA has, I don't know, they've just gone to pieces. And Chamley-Watson's coming back on, and somebody, I hope, has had a talk to him about settling himself down.
Well, ever since Foconi came on against race Imboden in the 4th and took the initiative, and it ended 5-all, but that was the turning point for this match. Ever since then, Avola 10-5 over Massialas, but the Americans still stayed in the lead, and then Garozzo over Chamley-Watson 7-2, and now Avola over race Imboden. And Chamley-Watson is going to have to pull out something very special here, because he cannot hand over a 7-point deficit. So we make that an 8-point deficit to Alexandre Massialas going into the last leg. And Foconi can attack. He likes to attack. And he's attacking now.
Well, Imboden goes out on a -4 indicator. And Avola on a +6.
Off target for Foconi. Oh, wow. Well, Greg Massialas is holding his hand up over his mouth so that the Italians can't see his lips move when he gives the instructions to Chamley-Watson.
I'm sure there are lip readers with binoculars in the seats.
That's better from Chamley-Watson. So whatever Greg Massialas said, it worked there. Now, Chamley-Watson gives his legs a little jiggle on the on-guard line. Chamley-Watson looks to be fencing much better against Foconi than he was against Daniele Garozzo.
Well, what he is doing, he's actually fencing. And if you're covering the basics, then you can do a little showboating like that. You get the parry, you get the flick. That's great. All right, that's better.
Chamley-Watson likes to beat the blade on the attack there, but Foconi just pulling his blade away, so that wasn't able to happen. But it didn't help the Italian. Chamley-Watson's trying to hit the accelerator pedal here. That was the Americans' attack, and 4-1. This could be a role reversal here. Can Chamley-Watson keep this going?
Well, he needs to. But the most important thing is he has settled himself down.
Smith non bravo.
Target on the counter.
On guard. Red. Allez. Premier stop. Attack non bravo.
Well, attack no for Foconi.
On guard.
Okay, please. Sir, may I test? Thank you.
And Andrea Cipressa just running around shouting, video, video. And Foconi will send the referee to have
Let's
another
see.
look. I think there was a delay there. I think
yeah.
the referee's right. But that's just me. You're the expert. What do you think?
I can see.
There.
Red.
Just a little delay.
Allez. Ah.
So 4-1.
On guard. Red.
4-1.
Allez.
Chamley-Watson is giving the Americans
Contre-attaque gauche.
some hope. But Foconi able to step inside. So 37-31. This is going right down to the wire. If Chamley-Watson can score
On guard.
another 4 or 5
Red.
hits,
Allez. Attaque non bravo.
40's the target.
On guard.
Foconi on 37. If Chamley-Watson can get to 35
Ah, contre-attaque gauche.
or better,
I don't know how many parries and counter parries we had in there. It looked like 3. 1, 2.
On guard.
3, and
On guard.
that was the phasing.
Allez.
Chamley-Watson determined to get the last word there.
So
And the video
Miles
review.
Chamley-Watson looking for the video review. Well, I think there was preparation there. I think Chamley-Watson's got a good point because I can see it on the big screen. There.
I think that was a good call. Yeah, it was a good call. And call overturned.
Yep, so Chamley-Watson had a point. There was preparation on Foconi's attack. And although you couldn't see it on the television coverage, we could see it on the big screen.
L'attaque non bravo. On guard.
So
Red.
5
Allez.
points in it. Chamley-Watson needs to keep this going.
Ah, arrête non bravo.
Off the knee of Foconi,
On guard.
off target.
Red. Allez. L'attaque non bravo.
Final action
On guard.
is Chamley-Watson.
Yeah, there was no
With-
meeting of the blades there.
On guard. Red. Allez. Ah, l'attaque primero. Contre-attaque touche.
And that is an important point for Miles Chamley-Watson. 6-2 now over Foconi. And Foconi was
Well,
the
there's
one.
still a significant gap in the score. Chamley-Watson has done a lot to make up for his 6th leg against Garozzo. But there's some other points that are missing in there as well. And it's still a big hill for the USA to climb. And, you know, yeah, they've done a good job here in this leg.
Yeah, but they can keep it going now. 40's the target that Foconi needs to get to. They've got 1 minute 15. How many points can Chamley-Watson score now? how many more? With every point he scores, he's closing the gap. Chamley-Watson looking like a boxer there, moving his head around.
Yeah, the Italy team looking a lot like winners. And they have handled this challenge very, very well. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Well, Chamley-Watson holds his finger up and points to the referee and says, yeah, that was absolutely done. Invited into attacking. Attack
big
fell
circular
short.
parry, flick across the shoulder. Chamley-Watson's attack off target.
Very, very close there for Chamley-Watson. Just hit the arm of Foconi. Chamley-Watson's done a great job. He doesn't want to throw it away now. He's slowed down ever so slightly. 30 seconds left on the clock. Remember, if you don't reach the target score of 40, it'll give more scoring room to the Americans as they go into the last leg.
Chamley-Watson's attack off target.
So 38 plays 33. Thinks about the between the leg hit, but the referee had already called halt. That was Chamley-Watson's attack. That was an important
Foconi
point.
acknowledges that.
An important point. 19 seconds left on the clock. Can Chamley-Watson get another one?
No separation there.
Well, Chamley-Watson's asking for the video.
They both step in, they both step out.
And Cipressa's just, I can hear him shouting, no, it's simultaneous. And the referee and the video referee agree. So they reset where they were on the piste. 17 seconds left on the clock. If Chamley-Watson can get one more back, and he does.
He does.
He does. Now it could be on for the Americans.
First attack parried. Foconi misses on the flick. Chamley-Watson just keeps his arm out.
Now, does Chamley-Watson go again? He has time. 15 seconds is enough time.
It won't hurt anything if he does.
Well, he doesn't want to let one slip. And Foconi's got a great defense. He's going, but he's pumped with that. Miles Chamley-Watson has got America back into this. They trail by 3, but what can Alex Massialas do? Remember, they didn't reach the target score of 40, so that means that Garozzo, well, he's got to get to 45, and Massialas has got room and time to catch up.
Well, when Miles Chamley-Watson came into that 8th leg, he was on a -1 indicator. He goes out on a +4. Foconi came in -2. And he goes out -7.
Now, Massialas is asking for his foil to be tested. It does work. And he just missed. He missed, just brushed the lame of Daniele Garozzo. So an unfortunate point to give away for the American. That's better. That is better. That restores the 3-point deficit.
Wait. Encore, s'il vous plaît. Prêt. Allez.
Right, now, whose attack was that? It was still Garozzo's.
Well,
Garozzo's was edging forward, edging forward, edging forward.
I can see on the
Was there a pause
replay,
there?
seeing it in slow motion can be deceptive, but it did look a lot like he just came to a complete stop.
La remise est non valable. He touched and after that he turned. Merci. En garde.
Matters not.
Prêt. Allez.
So 4 points, the deficit. And Daniele Garozzo is a class act. And Alexandre Massialas has not had the fencing time he would normally have this season, concentrated on his studies, and he's done surprisingly well to keep up there in the world rankings. But Daniele Garozzo has found his form just at the right time. Would have been disappointed in the individual competition to get knocked out and have to fight for bronze, but he did, and had to basically get given the bronze. So I would say that Daniele Garozzo, with the form that he's on, it's going to be very difficult for Massialas.
They are not going to let go. Italy is not going to let go of this.
It is in the Italian grasp now. Just 3 more points for the Olympic champion.
All right, Massialas attack. And Garozzo looking to the box. The Italians are up and in a lather, and we'll have a video review.
Well, have a look at that. So what your thoughts?
We're not getting the... There we had it. Oh. I'm kind of thinking that might be a good challenge by Garozzo. No, call stands.
So 42-38. Massialas just looking to his father for some instructions, and he's getting it now. What do you think Greg is saying to his son?
I'm not sure we could. Not sure we could repeat it.
Oh,
that's nice.
Well, Daniele Garozzo caught napping there, and Massialas so fast. Just had closed the distance too much. Well, the referee's calling that simultaneous. Daniele Garozzo was sure that it was his attack.
The USA got in big trouble and lost the lead in the 6th when Chamley-Watson was relying almost exclusively on counterattacks and stop hits, and they weren't working, and that was against Garozzo. I don't think they're going to start working now just because it's Massialas. Massialas, he's world number 1, Garozzo world number 2. They're both great fencers. Garozzo now trying to rely on a stop hit, and it's not going to work for him either.
So Massialas,
I don't know though.
just a couple of points, and then it could be on again. That was the Italians' attack, though.
Yeah. All day.
So 1 point needed for the Italians. Massialas getting one back. They're tied 6 apiece. Now, will Garozzo get over the line? Massialas just needs to think point by point. Get one. And then hope to get another.
No,
That was off target.
counters everywhere, and they're not working.
Shouts from the Italian box of Forza Daniele. Italy only need one more to win the gold, and they've got it there.
Lovely.
Brilliant from the Olympic champion. And it is all over for the USA. Well, they came into this match and they were looking so confident and so powerful. But the Italians, well, they worked them out. And it was the brilliance and the brilliant skill and tactics of the Italians in the end that won them the gold medal. David, your thoughts on that?
I think that we knew this was going to be a battle. We said it was going to be a battle when we came into this match. The U.S. came out in the first 3 legs and put on a real display. And there was, at the end of the third, was it the 3rd leg, where Chamley-Watson was on against Avola. He did that. He got that parry and did the riposte through his legs. And there was a little bit of showboating going on. And I think at that point, the Italians started getting their back up. And, you know, from there, things started to go really seriously wrong for the USA. And once Italy got on a roll, there were 2 points, one in the 5th leg, one in the 6th, where Avola and Garozzo just took Massialas and Chamley-Watson apart. And it was going to be really difficult. In fact, it turned out to be impossible for the U.S. to overcome those 2 legs. And Italy